In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 strategies that can help you take your net worth from about $100,000 to over $10 million, moving you from feeling comfortable in life to truly wealthy. The strategy to scale your wealth to these numbers is completely different from what got you to 100,000 or even 1 million. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. How to shift from passive investing with modest 8 to 10% returns that are available to everyone to building real wealth and becoming a multimillionaire. When we talk about wealth, I want to clarify that we're not talking about income. A person making 300,000 and spending 290 is less wealthy than someone making 100,000 and saving $30,000. When we talk about wealth, we're talking about net worth, the number you get after adding up all of your assets and subtracting all of your liabilities. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Anastasia, and on this channel, I share strategies I've used personally and in my 9-to-5 managing multi-million-dollar projects to help you build wealth from scratch. The first strategy is shifting from saving to scaling. Saving was probably your primary strategy that got you to this point, but saving won't get you to the next level. If up until this point you've been asking how you can save more or how you can invest more, to get to the next level, you need to start asking how much more can each dollar earn. This is where you're looking at adding active business income to your passive investments. This can be by starting your own or scaling your own business or investing in venture capital, private equity, or real estate development. You're looking at investing at scale here, so much larger sums that generate much larger returns. The second strategy is tax efficiency. If you're in a wealth stage 2 or early wealth stage 3 and your income is mostly coming in through W-2, you're in a most tax exposed position. So if you're making between 150 and 400,000, most deductions are already phased out and your effective tax rate is somewhere between 25 and 35%. So what you need to do at this stage, and as your income continues to increase, is to add a side business to your main job and structure it as an LLC, family partnership, or S corporation. What that will do is allow you to take advantage of business tax breaks and deductions and help manage your cash flow and taxable income. And also look into structures like trusts that will further help reduce how much tax you pay. A friend of mine has a few properties that they rent out and manage, and they structured their business as an LLC. Immediately, their property depreciation, the work truck they use for maintenance, which happens to be a cyber truck, office space they use to manage the work, and many other business-related expenses took their effective tax rate down by over 10%. And if you think about it, side business is not just additional revenue, like in their case, rent. It's the appreciation of the original asset, the house, but also business deductions that help offset the income they bring in from their 9-to-5. The third strategy is outsourcing expertise. There is a common trait I noticed among people who have net worth of over $10 million. Their inner circle is very different from the average person. They have long relationships with people who help them build wealth. They're accountants, financial advisors, tax strategists, attorneys, maybe someone who helps with managing business operations. These are not just transactional relationships either. These are long-lasting, generational ties that know the ins and outs and can provide expertise to grow wealth. The fourth strategy is building your cash flow engine. A lot of times, if you are in the lower end of the range, your net worth is likely tied between real estate, that's the house you live in, and your retirement investments. And these are not easily accessible. So adding assets that generate positive cash flow can really set you up well here. Looking at today's economy, it's all built on service and memberships. Look at car washes, massages, house cleaning, software as a service. These businesses bring in consistent expected cash flows and are really easy to scale. Another area that can generate positive cash flow is real estate at scale. And at scale is the key word here because that's what will make the math work. In the current economy, where rates are high and house prices are high, buying one unit to rent it out usually doesn't make sense financially. But you can scale in both volume and quality. Maybe buying an old apartment complex and either upgrading it with high-end luxury finishes or building up and adding a number of units can definitely result in positive cash flow. Which brings me to my next point, is that you need capital to finance projects like this. So fifth strategy is using your wealth as collateral for the capital you need to borrow, so that borrowed capital can compound alongside your own. When we're talking about scaling a business, we usually need significant amount of money, think hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's really hard to get an unsecured loan for a large amount like that. That's why you hear about the private equity investment opportunities that offer pretty high returns, which means they come at a very high interest rate to the borrower. So if you have a large profitable asset, maybe it's your business or your investment portfolio, you can actually borrow money using your assets as collateral. If you've ever heard of a HELOC loan where you can borrow against the cost of your house, a portfolio loan works just like HELOC, but instead of your home, your investments act as collateral. You can borrow funds without selling your assets, and this allows both your portfolio and your borrowed money grow at the same time and doesn't trigger that capital gains tax that would come with the sale of part of your portfolio. And that's it. So if you're in stage 1 or stage 2, achieving $10 million probably feels unrealistic, but knowing where you stand and actively working to get to the next stage is exactly the right place to be. If you want to watch my breakdown of the 6 levels of wealth paired with strategies to help you move up to the next level, check it out right here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you next week.